Okay, I'd like to get started. This is my final project. My name is Allison Thompson, and I've really enjoyed this course, and I'd love to share with you my project. So my project was to spend more quality time with my children. I had this quote: "Family time is sacred time and should be protected and respected." And the reason I chose this as my project is because as I've been really busy with school, I've noticed that my quality time with my kids have been lacking. I've spent a lot of time on kind of a physical health journey and working on my relationship with my husband, which has all been really good. But I've noticed that the time was lacking with quality time with my kids. And this is all of my kids right here, and that's a river guide in the back, and my husband's taking this picture. The person I decided to interview was my best friend, Melissa Thompson. I chose her because, first of all, she's a great mom. She's established some really great traditions with her children I've watched and observed over the years. And she grew up with a single mom with 4 kids in her family, and her mom was a nurse at Primary Children's Hospital that had to work full time, but always seemed to make her kids a priority. And I've just observed that over the years. I've known Melissa since I was 5, and I've just been always in awe of the way she's handled herself and the way she's helped with her family. I am not a single mom, but I really respect how her mom was able to create balance, and I've watched Melissa do the same thing. And in particular, this last year, her mother was diagnosed with ALS and passed away, and my friend Melissa became a caregiver for her mom and kind of the unifier for her siblings. And yet, through all of that, she still maintained strong relationships with her children. So was a great person to interview. She's very humble about her efforts, and she also encouraged me and helped me to see what I was doing right in my relationships. Some of the things she shared is how important the planning is. One of the traditions she does with her kids is on their birthdays, she comes and picks them up from school and takes them out to lunch and shopping for their birthdays. I thought that was a fun thing that she created. She's also plans out mother-child dates, and then they make that one-on-one time important, especially as she's a working mom. She has made sure that her kids know that she loves them and they're a priority to her, and schedules time with them. And I'm not a working mom, but I've been a full-time student, and sometimes I find that it's easy to get so wrapped up in what you're doing that as my kids have gotten older and more independent, they don't need my help as much, and it's easy to just kind of let them take care of themselves and realize that they've kind of fallen down the priority list. So this was really helpful and motivating to me to talk to Melissa. I created a SMART goal for this assignment. Specifically, I said I want to connect more deeply with my children. And for me, that connection's not just about just having like time with them. It's about connecting with them and really talking to them. And so to make it measurable, I decided that each week I will have a disconnect time of day with them. So that means me disconnecting from schoolwork and my priorities and housework, and phones and them disconnecting from technology and their things. And that was more difficult than I thought it would be, but we were able to start to accomplish it as I shared what my goal was with them and what I wanted to do, and set aside a particular time of day. It had to be the same or it became difficult to do. And I also wanted to plan dates with them. So we sat down and we put something on the calendar for each month, when this class started and throughout the summer. And having it on the calendar made it a lot easier for it to happen. Attainable, I thought this was something attainable because I wasn't creating huge, unrealistic goals. It just made it very simple, just two different things to work on. And realistic, it is realistic, but only if I created a system and made a plan. And that's what I did. And then time, I wanted to be able to be consistent with this throughout the summer. And I felt like that wasn't too long. Sometimes when I have a goal like this that starts in January for the full year, it just kind of loses steam after a few months. So I thought if I just did this for a few months and then reevaluated when the school year started and their schedules changed and my schedule changed, that would be a great way to do it. And that seemed to be something that worked. So I put, with my SMART goal, a lot of different ideas of things, and those things were able to accomplish. These were a few of the ideas. Tech-free hour every day. This, I became more consistent as we worked on it. It wasn't always consistent at the beginning. My daughter Avery, who's now on a mission, I wanted to send her a care package. Now, because they can call every week, sometimes it feels like we're talking all the time, and because we feel like we're seeing them so much, it hasn't been as big of a priority to do those special things, and I wanted to do that before she got her mission to Ukraine was delayed for a while, so she was in Portland. So before she left for Ukraine, I wanted to send out a care package to her, and I did, and that was really fun for her. And then planning dates with each child, we did that. There's a book, Anatomy of Peace, about conflict resolution. I wanted to reread that, and it has a lot of ideas on not seeing our children as objects or the people in our lives. And I reread that book, and it was really helpful when I was evaluating my relationships with my kids. Then our daughter Kate had a birthday coming up. She was turning 18, and I wanted to make sure I made that special for her, and I did. Our daughter Avery, we went through the temple with her, and that was really special as well. Our son Spencer, who's in college in Utah, I wanted to make sure to be calling him and having deeper conversations with him, and that's something I was working on, and I felt like really happy about the time and the conversations we've had. And then we planned some hikes and boating as a family. That's some things we like to do, and this is a great time of year to do it. So I put some pictures of some of these things. Our son came out with his girlfriend. We went to a Brewers game. We did some hikes. There's my younger two with my husband and I, and then some of these other graduation and temple with our kids. As they've gotten older, making that effort for quality time becomes a little more difficult as they're busier. So I'm really happy with the results of setting these goals and really making sure to connect with my kids and making sure they know they're loved and appreciated and that they're a priority for us. So I'm really grateful for this lesson, and I had this inspirational quote that I try to remember. It's everybody knows this one, but it's really was helpful for me. No Other Success Can Compensate for Failure in the Home by David O. McKay. And I thought about the successes with school and almost done now, and successes with physical activity and feeling physically well, and all of these things are great. But if things aren't great with our family, having a degree, having the body you want, having, the things you want in life aren't going to mean a lot if things aren't right with your kids and your loved ones. This last picture is of my children. This last spring, that's me in the middle in the black, and then my mother-in-law there and my kids. And it was just really special to have us all together during the pandemic. We did some outdoor adventures, and it was very rare to have everybody home with their universities closed down and schools going virtual. It felt like this little second chance to have all my kids together and to really make the most of it. And we really did. And I'm so grateful for my family. I'm grateful that we've been able to make them a priority. And I hope that, and they can feel of me and my husband's love for them. I'm so grateful for family and what a blessing they are in my life, especially as they're getting older. They're teaching me more than I'm teaching them. And I'm so grateful for all the things I've learned through being a mother and a wife. And I'm grateful for this challenge and this lesson. And thank you so much for listening. I hope everyone else has had a successful semester as I have. And have a great rest of your summer. Bye.